Let's try that again. Good afternoon. Thank you very much. My name is Buck Tippett, and I'm going to tell you a story. And it's a story about a dream. And I don't mean the kind of dream that you have when you go to bed and go to sleep. I mean the kind of dream that you have when you're thinking about what you want to do with your life. What do I want to be? What do I want for my career? And my dream had to do with horses. Any of you like horses? Anybody like horses? All right, good. All right. So, hands down, I wanted to have a career involving horses, but I also wanted to have a career involving horses and people. I wanted to put horses and people together. What's a job I could do that combines horses and people? Yes, young man in the gray shirt. Louder. What is a job I can do that involves horses and people? Combining horses and people. Louder. Okay, I can send messages like the Pony Express or something like that. Okay, what else is something I could do? The young lady in the orange shirt. But who's going to pay me to do that? I need to have to... Louder. Say again. Somebody will pay me to ride a horse. Oh, I could teach people how to ride horses. Okay, good, yes. All right, what's another job I could do that combines horses and people? Yes. I could teach people how to clean horses. Okay, very good. Hands down for a minute. Now, what do you call a place where you can take your horse and they'll take care of your horse for you? Does anybody know what that's called? It starts with an L. Young man in the blue shirt. Stables? Okay, it's a livery stable. Yeah. Let's say you live in the city and you have a horse. And it is the year 1886, all right? It's 1886. And you have a horse and you live in the city, and the problem is there aren't any pastures in the city. There's no place for the horse to live. So what you do is you take your horse to the livery stable, and you say, would you take care of my horse for me? And they'll say, fine. For 25 cents a day, we'll take care of your horse for you, and we'll feed him and water him and shelter him until the day that you need him. On the day that you need him, you come by and you say, I need my horse today. And they'll say, fine. We'll get a saddle on him, and off you go and do your business with your horse. When you bring him back, you say, I don't need him anymore today. And they'll say, fine. We'll take off his saddle, brush him, feed him, water him, and shelter him until the next time that you need him. That's what a livery stable does. And that's my dream. That's what I want. I want to own my own livery stable. And I want the sign outside to say the Buck Tippett Livery Stable, because that's my name. All right? Now, I want to have my story in a special place. And it's a place that I call the land of opportunity. Actually, you're in the land of opportunity right now. This whole area, all around in here, I call the land of opportunity. Now, what does the word opportunity mean? Who can tell me what opportunity means? Young lady in the red shirt with the red headband. It means what? I have what? I have freedom. Okay, other ideas? What does opportunity mean? Yes. That's the way I think of it too. You get a chance. Yes, you have a chance to do something. That's what opportunity is. And so my story is about my dream coming true in the land of opportunity, but my story begins when I was about your age and I grew up in coal mining country. Now who can tell me what coal is? What is coal? Yes, ma'am. Yeah, what is coal? Who can tell me what coal is? Yes. Like trees? No, it's not like trees. What is coal? Yes, back here. Okay, what does coal look like? It's black. Is it soft like a marshmallow? No. Okay, so it's a black rock, isn't it? Coal is a black rock, and you said it would burn? Yes, it will. And you can use coal to power what? Yes. I heard that. Train, yes. And a train runs on what kind of engine? Starts with an S. Steam, yes. A train runs on a steam engine, and you use coal to make a fire, to make the water hot to turn it into steam. Well, my daddy was a coal miner. That means he would go deep down into the earth to bring the coal up out of the ground, and there's something that's in the air in a coal mine. So what do you suppose is in the air in a coal mine? Yes. Dust. And what color would that dust be? Black. Black dust. Now, my daddy, when he would go down in the coal mine, he would do something that all of you are doing right now. And I'm doing it too. What would that be? Breathing. Yes. He would go down into the coal mine and he would breathe in that air with coal dust in it. That coal dust would go deep into his lungs, and that coal dust would line and coat his lungs day after day, year after year, and it would give him a disease. And what do you suppose that disease was called? Think about the color of that coal dust. Yes, ma'am. Again? Well, it's close to that. It's called black lung disease, and it's also called silicosis. But regardless of what you call it, it will kill you, and that's what happened to my daddy. He died of the black lung disease, and when he died, I was very sad because I had lost my father, but I was also sad because my father had been a coal miner because he felt that he had no other opportunities. He had no other chances to support his family, and that made me sad, that he had to do this dirty, dangerous work because he thought he had no other opportunities. And I was determined to have more opportunities than my father, and he helped me to have more opportunities by having $25 passed on to me when he died. Now, in 1886, $25 is not a fortune, but it's nothing to sneeze at either. And if you invest your $25 wisely, it will grow. Now, what do you suppose I wanted to invest my $25 in? What would you think? Let's see. Yes, sir, back there, brown shirt. Yeah, you. Louder. Make a barn, okay. How about, yeah, my livery stable, right? I would want to invest my $25 in a livery stable, but I don't want to do it in coal mining country. I wanted to get away from all this, and so I said to my family, so long, I'm going out west. I will send you a letter and let you know how I'm doing. So I went out west to a city called St. Louis, Missouri. And I figured in St. Louis there would be a lot of livery stables. And as I walked around in St. Louis, I saw livery stables in different places, and some looked better than others. And I saw this one that said the J.P. Piedmont Livery Stable. Now I thought that looked like a pretty good one, and I went inside and I found the fellow who ran the place. I said, "Good afternoon, sir. My name is Buck Tippett, and I'd like to be your new partner. I'd like to work here with you. And not only that, I've got $25 in my pocket that I can use to invest in your livery stable." And he said, "Well, good afternoon, Buck. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. And I could use somebody here to work with me. And not only that, I've been wanting to add some stalls. Add some stalls and make the livery stable bigger, but I've been needing some money for that. And I'll use your $25 and we'll add stalls and make the business bigger." And so that's what I did for 3 years. I worked at the J.P. Piedmont Livery Stable, and I was very happy because I got to work with horses and people every day. But there was just one thing wrong. What do you suppose that was? Yes, sir. That's right. The sign didn't say the Buck Tippett Livery Stable, did it? It said the J.P. Piedmont Livery Stable, and so I wanted to have my own. But in order to do that, I would have to have enough money to buy the land to build it on, and I would have to have enough money to buy the boards and other materials to build it. Now, I could come up with enough money for the boards or the land, but not both. So I figured, well, I guess that's it. My dream isn't going to come true. But, you know, I'm happy working here in the livery stable. I can live with this. But then something changed. Something happened. And my dream came true because I heard about a place where they were giving away land. Just like giving it away. Now, how can they do that? How can you give away land? Doesn't all the land belong to somebody? Well, the land they were giving away was in a place called Indian Territory. Now, how can you give away land in Indian Territory? Doesn't all the land in Indian Territory belong to the Indians? Well, you might have heard about the recent unpleasantness. Some folks call it the war between the states. Some folks call it the War of the Rebellion. Some folks call it the Civil War. But regardless of what you call it, it tore this country apart. because the states had to decide, were they going to side with Mr. Lincoln in the North, or were they going to side with the slave-owning secessionist South? Well, the Indians were no different. They also had to decide, were they going to side with Mr. Lincoln in the North, or the slave-owning secessionist South? And some of the Indians did side with the South. Now, as you might have heard, the South lost the war. And when you lose a war, one of the things that can happen after the war is over is you can get punished for going to war in the first place. And those Indians who sided with the South were punished for going to war. How do you suppose they were punished? Yes? Louder? They were executed? No. Yes? They were not killed? No. Yes? Young lady here in the green top. Louder? They had to give away at least some of their land. Yes, they did. And what they did was they reorganized Indian territory. And I'm going to show you how they did it. Now watch here. Here's Indian territory. Everybody see that? And they reorganized the land. They gave this land to this tribe, this land to this tribe, this land to this tribe, and this land to this tribe. Now what did they not do? I'll do it again. Here's Indian territory. They gave this land to this tribe, this land to this tribe, this land to this tribe, and this land to this tribe. What did they not do? Yes. They didn't do the middle. Well, one day a man by the name of Elias Boudinot was looking at a map and he noticed the same thing that this fellow recognized, that they did not assign the land in the middle to anybody. And he thought, you know what they ought to do is they ought to let folks come in and have that land for free. Come in and make a new life, a new home there in that unassigned territory. And he told that to the federal government. And the federal government eventually agreed with him, and they finally said that on April 22nd of 1889, folks could come into the unassigned territory and get free land. Now, when I say free land, I mean 160 acres. Now, how much is 160 acres anyway? How much is that? Yes, sir. 500 miles? Well, it's not quite that much. Okay, we got Garfield Elementary, right? The building, the playgrounds, the parking lot. You can take about 16 Garfield Elementaries and put them into 160 acres. That's how much 160 acres is. 16 of these. That's a lot of land, isn't it? Well, that's nice if you want to be a farmer, but I don't want to be a farmer. All I want is enough land to build a livery stable on. Well, as it turned out, they were going to make a new town overnight called Guthrie. Y'all ever heard of Guthrie? Yeah. All right. In Guthrie, you can get a piece of land called a town lot. A town lot is a rectangle that's 140 feet long and 25 feet long on each end. Well, that's perfect. That's all the land I need to build a livery stable. And so I went to my partner, J.P. Peacock. I told him about the free land in Guthrie. I told him about my dream to have my own livery stable. And he said, well, yeah, Buck, why don't you go do that? That sounds good. And I said, there's just one problem, JP. He said, what's that? I said, you got my money. He said, what do you mean I have your money? You remember that $25 I gave you 3 years ago? Oh, yeah, I do remember that. Yes, that was a good thing. I said, yes, but see, you still have my money. Oh, okay. What do you want me to do? I said, I want you to buy me out. I want you to buy my portion of the business. And he thought about that and he thought, I'll tell you what. You've worked here for 3 years. The business has grown. We've done very well. I will buy you out for $200. I said, that's great. That's all the money I need. I took the $200, I put it in my pocket. I said, so long, JP. I will send you a letter from Guthrie and let you know how I'm doing. So I went out west to Kansas. All right, here's Kansas. Kansas, Indian Territory. Kansas, Indian Territory. Then right here is another line. This is the starting line for the land run. Now, before we go any further, what is the land run anyway? Let's see. Young lady in the purple jacket. Okay, it's a race to get your own land. And so whoever gets there first wins, right? All right, good. All right. So now we're all understand what a land run is. And I went to a town on the border of Kansas and Indian Territory, a town called Arkansas City. I and about 10,000 other people went to Arkansas City, and we were waiting for the time when we could go into Indian Territory. Well, on April 18th of 1889, thousands of people went out of Arkansas City and into Indian Territory. And notice I said April the government says that on April 18th, you can go from Arkansas City into Indian Territory to get to the starting line and then stop there, all right? Don't go past that, just stop at the starting line. So thousands of people left, and these are the people who were going to go on the land run on horseback and buggy and bicycle and covered wagon and on foot. But I did not leave because I was going to go on the land run in a different way. Who can tell me how I was going to go on the land run? Yes. All right, what? Louder. You have to stick real loud about it. How am I getting down there? How will I get down there? I'm not going on horseback. I'm not going on foot. I'm not going on wagon. How am I going to get down there? No, all those people left on April 18th. Yes. There aren't any rivers going down there. Yes. Yeah, you. They all left on April 18th. Yes. Yes. He said by train. That's right. The Santa Fe Railroad brought in 8 trains into Arkansas City, one after the other. Now, ladies and gentlemen, on which train does everyone want to be? Okay, let's do this. One, you, look up here. You, and you to stand up. Okay, over here. Make a line facing that way. Oh, okay. Okay, all right. Okay. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need one more. Make those. All right. You're a train, 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 you're a train. You're all lined up in the middle of Arkansas City getting to go on the land run. Ladies and gentlemen, on which train does everyone want to be? The first one, because the first one's going to get there first. And that's like that young lady back there said, she said it's a race. Whoever gets there first wins. So you want to be on the first train because it'll get there first. We all on the same page now? All right, good. You all said that now. Thank you. All right, so everybody wants to get on the first train, and by April 22nd, the morning of the land run, the town had filled up again with about 10,000 people who wanted to go on the land run, and they all wanted to be on the first train. Now, ladies and gentlemen, is there enough room on that first train for 10,000 people? No, not even close. But that did not stop them from trying. In fact, they were so eager to get on that first train, my goodness, they came up there and they thronged all over that train, and they broke the windows and crawled through the holes to get inside. And they jam-packed that train, and by the time I got there, that train was as full can be. In fact, it was beyond full. And so I got to that first train, and I saw that it was full, and I thought, oh no, it's full, I can't get on. If I can't get on, I won't get there first, and I won't get there first, my dream won't come true. But so I looked and I looked and I looked for a place where I could ride that train. And I finally found it. Who can tell me where I rode the train? Let's see, young man right here. On what? On what part of the train did I ride? Fell in the red shirt. Where there's a front door, it's full. That part's full. Okay, young man in the white shirt. What part of the train is that? On the outside? Well, that's full too. Okay, right here. On the top of the train is full. Okay, I'm going to give you a hint. All right, here comes your hint. You ready? Here we go. Now, this train has no cows, it has no horses, it has no mooses, it has no bulls, it has no mules, but that is still your hint. Where did I ride the train? Yes. In the part where they make it go. Yeah, that's where the engineer is and he won't share. Yes. In the engine, that's where the engineer is and he won't share. Yes, ma'am. The thing you pull? How can you sit on a thing that you pull? What do you mean by that? All right. Yes, ma'am. Louder. In the caboose, it's full. Okay, I'm going to give you another hint. Here comes your other hint. It's shaped like a plow. So take your first hint And then your second hint is it's shaped like a flower. What did I write on? Yes, ma'am. What's it called though? Yes, it's on the front, but what's it called? Take your two hints. What's it called? Yes, ma'am. The steam room? No, right here. Now, last chance. What's it called? The cow catcher. Very, very good. Now, is the purpose of a cow catcher to catch cows? No. What's the purpose of the cow catcher then? Yes, what's it for? To get the cows out of the way. Let's say the train's coming down the track and Bessie's standing there on the track just chewing her cud, passing the time of day. She's just kind of looking up at the daisies and the clouds in the sky. She's chewing her cud. Here comes the train. Now, you don't have time to sweet talk her, so you got to knock her off the tracks. That's what a cow catcher's for. Well, here's a cow catcher right now, and I'm sitting on the cow catcher or the front of the very first train, and I am very excited. Because I'm on the front of the first train, and I'm so happy, but I look around and I realize I've got a problem. There's no wall here, there's no wall here, there's no wall here, there's no ceiling here. How am I going to keep from falling off the cow catcher? Yes? Yeah, hold on! There are these bars right down here, so I need to hold on. So I'm so excited and happy that there's a question that's in my mind. It's a question that's on everybody's mind here on this train. And that question is this train going to move at all? Who can tell me why that's a question on everybody's mind? Yes. Young lady in the blue jacket. Who can help her out? Yes. It's too full. There's 93 people in and on every car. Well, here comes the answer to the question. It's moving. I can't believe it. Here we go. We'll land it. Here we go. Hallelujah. We're going down the track. And I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I look up ahead. I see tracks coming to me like this. I'm so happy. But then I realize I've got a problem. I'll wait till you're ready. My backside is hot. Oh my goodness, it's hot. Who can tell me why my backside is so hot? Yes. Yes, right behind me there's a great big thing called the boiler, and it's full of steam, just like she said. And oh my goodness, it's hot. But there's not a thing I can do about it. But we're going down the road at 25 miles an hour. So I have a constant breeze coming to me at 25 miles an hour. But even with that breeze, there's sweat popping up on my face. And there's grease popping up on my face. And the dust is sticking to the sweat on my face. And the bugs are sticking to the sweat on my face. And the bugs are kind of wandering around on my face. And oh my goodness, that itches. Now, what do I want to do more than anything else? I want to brush those bugs off, don't I? But in order to brush off the bugs, I'd have to do what? I'd have to let go of the cow catcher. If I let go of the cow catcher, what's going to happen? I'll fall off and break my neck. So I just got to take the edging until we come to our first stop. Now, at this stop, there was another track here with a train on it full of land runners. There was another track over here with a train on it full of land runners. But they could see that my train was going to leave before their train. So what some of these people did was they jumped off the top of their train and off the top of my train. Now, I'm not sure how they did that, because I could have sworn when we left our Kansas City, the top of my train was full. Maybe some people fell off along the way. I don't know. But anyway, here we go. We'll get out there. Now, by this time, we had caught up with the people who had started to land on horseback and wagons and such like that. And on either side of the tracks, they're racing across the prairie. Wagons and horses, and these wagons are kind of bouncing all around like this. And, oh, did you see that? Oh, my goodness, a wagon just burst apart. Oh, it was too terrible to look at. Oh, dear. And then over here, there's a fellow riding a horse. He's racing the train. He's racing the train. Oh, no, he'll get there first. He'll get the free land. But then I realized I had an advantage over that fellow on the horse. Who can tell me what advantage I had over that fellow on the horse? Okay, you got a man in a white shirt. Well, half of that, yes, in the red shirt. Well, the cow catcher is no advantage to me. This fellow's keeping up with the train right now. What advantage do I have? Young man with the black top. And that's what happened. The horse started to get tired. He started to fall behind. And I said, Yahoo! I knew I was going to win the race. So I'm looking down the track trying to see Guthrie. And, okay, yeah, I can see it now. So I start to get ready to get off the train. And it's kind of slowing down. But I want to be the first person off the train. So I don't wait for it to stop. And I jump up. I hit the ground. I rolled my double. My hat came off. I ran after my hat, grabbed my hat. And I'm running into Guthrie. And then as I run into Guthrie, I noticed something strange. There's a whole bunch of people here. Now wait just a doggone minute. I'm the first person off the first train. We outran all the people on horses and wagons. So who are all these people? Yes. No. Yes. And what do you call those people? Yes. Now spit. Now spit. Spit. You see, what you don't understand is whenever you say something nasty, you always want to spit afterwards and get that nastiness out of your mouth. So go ahead and spit. See, the thing is, the suitors are liars and cheats. What suitors do is they snuck into the unassigned territory. And they hid in bushes, they hid in ditches, they hid in where they could. And when they thought the time was right, they would jump out and pretend that they had just gotten there. But suitors are just liars and cheats, and they make me mad, but I wasn't there to be mad. I was there to get a piece of free land. I remember looking for a town lot. It's a rectangle, and it has 4 corners, and they marked one of the corners right here with a white stone. So I'm going to mark out the corners of my lot. I'll take out a stick, get my hammer, and I'm going to stand off 25 feet, after the stick. Step on 140 feet, we'll have another stick, after the stick. We'll have another stick, step on 25 feet, after the stick. So now, I have marked all 4 corners of my lot. So am I finished now? Does it belong to me? No, who said no? What else do I have to do? I have to go to the land claim office. Oh, well see that? Well see, do papers and stuff. But you see, I have a problem. I'll let you ready. If I go to the land claim office to file my claim, I'm alone. What might happen if I file my land when I'm at the land claim office? Somebody would take my land, right? Well, there was another fellow right over here who would also just stake out his claim, and he was alone like me. His name was Pete Canvas. And Pete had lost his pistol, but I still had mine. So we decided I would stay here and protect his lot and mine, and he would go file his claim in mine. So I gave him a $10 filing fee, and off he goes to file his claim in mine, and I wait. And I wait. I thought, does Pete run off with my $10? Well, that doesn't make any sense. I've got his land right here. It's worth more than that. Well, finally, he shows up and he says, Buck, I am so sorry that took such a long time, but that line was long and it was slow, but I have good news for you. Here's your land claim form, and I took it out of his hands and I looked at it. Oh. It says Buck Tippett on it. That's me. It's me. This land belongs to me. My goodness gracious. I think my dream is actually going to come true. I own this piece of land. I've got $200 in my pocket. I'm selling my share of the JPP Mountain Livery Stable, St. Louis, Missouri. I can buy the boards and the materials to build my stable. And I think my dream will come true. There's only one place I know of where my dream could have come true. It's in a place that I call the land of opportunity. Thank you for your time.